Hey, good evening. It's Doug from Vermont Hoyas, and welcome to the Best of the Week, Volume 2. It's pretty hard to justify calling these Best of the Week because these are two of the pretty much the ugliest Hoyas that I have. Right here you can see Hoya Darwinii that is on its way out. Look how terrible those leaves and everything look on this thing. I feel even with the bonsai mix that I overwatered it because it's in the back of the tent, and to pull all the plants out in front of it, to pull it out and check and see whether it needs water sometimes it's just too much work. So, but it has rewarded me with its biggest flower, bunch of flowers yet. You can see there's I think there's 15 of them on here. This plant, I will say, has flowered itself to death. It's flowered at least a dozen times since I got it in April, so I feel like I've more than got my money out of this plant. I still have one that came as the Hoya Darwinii cream that's in the grow tent, and that plant looks much better than this one. I think after this thing stops flowering, I will try to take a couple cuttings, but I'm questioning whether I'll be lucky enough to have them take, because this plant's in pretty sad shape. But a lot of times when a plant is on the way out, it will reward you with a real floriferous display, and this is the case here. Over here you have Hoya manipurensis, which the plant doesn't look that bad, but it's not a plant for everyone. But I have to say, I wanted to show this off. I don't know how visible this is going to be, but this plant, this is the second time this has happened to me, and I think it's pretty unusual because I've never read about it elsewhere. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there are 3 seed pods, this one being the biggest one here, and I have grown these from seed before. Matter of fact, this plant here is a seedling from the last batch of seeds that I got. You don't get a lot of seeds with one of these seed pods. There might be in this large pod here, and this is large. I don't think I've ever had a pod that big before. I might get 6 or 8 seeds. The last time this happened to me, I had 4 pods and I had 14 seeds total. So this is three pods, and we'll have to see what comes out of it. But it's pretty interesting nonetheless. It's an interesting plant. I don't know if you can see these flowers. They're so darn tiny that it's hard to really appreciate them. But how this got pollinated is beyond me. I spray it with a strong mist of water every day, and possibly that transferred some pollen or something and managed to pollinate it. Who knows? Could be fungus gnats. I've got some of those annoying things right now too. Good morning, everyone. In the category of Best Hoyas of the Week, these two are definite big contenders. Let's take a look over here. First, there's Hoya EPC 209. This is one of my absolutely favorite Hoyas. Not only do you have the most outstanding leaves in the Hoya world, they get absolutely huge, glossy, just lovely Hoya. But check out those flowers. 2 different peduncles in bloom here in the middle of February. And the scent of these are just sweet, absolutely sweet and overpowering. Just wonderful. Just one of my favorite Hoyas. I've had this now for a long time. I get rid of a lot of Hoyas, but this is definitely a keeper. Got this from Rick Moyer a few years ago. I believe he still has it. He's had it for sale for quite a long time. Definitely one of the best Hoyas. I'm surprised that this Hoya hasn't been named its own species by now, but for right now the only name I have for it is the accession number EPC 209. Now let's take a look at this Hoya polystachya. Just stunning leaves on this, stunning. This one is definitely not grown for the flowers, but it's grown for the incredible leaves. This is a plant that grows very quickly in a warm, humid environment. Upstairs it won't do anything. It just sits on the windowsill until summer. But I've been growing this one. I started mine over. This is approximately only about a year, tops 18 months from a tough old cutting, 2-leaf cutting that I took of the plant. So you can see how big and how quickly it can grow under good conditions. Like I said, it won't grow in a dry house environment upstairs on the windowsill in the winter, at least in the northeast here. But look at this leaf. It's so glossy you can almost see your face in it. It's like a mirror. Just wonderful, wonderful Hoyas. So that's it for this segment of Best Hoyas of the Week. And I thank you for watching, and I'll be back really soon with more great Hoyas and Hoya growing tips.